team, play for that name on the front of your jersey. Go win the play tonight. It's about us and what we do. We're your job. Let's go get out of these guys. Play as a team. Play hard. Get out of the
Ladies and gentlemen, take the field this evening. And all remember the example we set. There's no further develop. Better citizens for our future. Let's all do our part in displaying good sportsmanship during tonight's ball game. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jim Thornhill Stadium at Rose Field. Tonight's ball game, the Deer Creek Antlers and your Midwest City Bombers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to call to please rise for the presentation of this evening's colors. The colors tonight are presented by your Midwest City High School Air Force Junior, ROTC. The honor guard members tonight are Technical Sergeant Kenneth Ito, Technical Sergeant Lauren Moore, Staff Sergeant and Technical Sergeant Andres Bacara. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Midwest City and our Star Spangled Banner.
Welcome everyone to Friday Night Football, brought to you by Antler and Antler TV.live. We are here at Midwest City, the historic Rose Field, Jim Darnell Stadium, where your Deer Creek Antlers will take on the Midwest City Bombers. It's a beautiful night for football. Weather feels just exactly as it should be for football. Nice fall, crisp air, not much wind, and both teams are getting ready to hit the field. We've had homecoming here for the Bombers. It's a big night for them, and now we're ready for football as the captains are going to meet at about the 25-yard line for the coin toss. The story of this year has been one long list of injuries, and it continues to pile up on your Deer Creek Antlers. Jarrett Burright is not in uniform tonight. He is out in his letter jacket. He is not even suited up. Parker Johnson also out, and the list keeps growing. Last week, Dylan Diaz injured his knee, and he looks like he might be out for the year. So, those are three big-time starters on both the defense and offensive end, and the Antlers are going to come in here and battle with, the best that they have, and that's going to have to be good enough for head coach Wade Stanley and his Deer Creek Antlers. Antlers come in tonight with a record of 1-5. They are 0-3 in district play. The Bombers come into tonight's game at 4-2, and they are at 2-1 in district play. This field is historic for a lot of reasons. It's the big football field in the middle of the neighborhood, as they say. Surrounded by houses and homes on each side. This field has a ton of tradition and a ton of historic teams that have graced this field. The 94-95 Bombers may have been two of the best football teams high school has seen here in Oklahoma. But tonight it's the 2018 version, and we'll see if your Deer Creek Antlers will pull the big upset tonight as they face the mighty Bombers. The official continues to talk to the captains. We have not had a coin flip yet. Here we go. Looks like the guys are shaking hands, and we'll see who will get the football first to start this game off. Paxton Gary, Daxton Byers, and Dylan Beers, along with Jarrett Burright, were our captains for tonight. The Antlers are preparing to come out of the helmet and onto the field, as are the Bombers. Again, it's homecoming tonight for Midwest City. And here comes your Deer Creek Antlers. Dressed in the white with the black pants and the blue helmet. 15 years ago, nobody would ever have thought that Deer Creek would be here at Rose Field to take on the Midwest City Bombers. How that school district has grown, and they're now in 6A Division II, and here come the always tough, always powerful Midwest City Bombers. Here they are, hitting the field. They call it Bomber Magic here. I've been here dozens of times, and I have never seen Midwest City lose a football game on this field. So there's a first time for everything, and let's make it tonight. Make it tonight, and our Deer Creek Antlers get on the winning side in the district play by knocking off the highly rated Midwest City Bombers. We'll have kickoff here in just a few seconds. This is Antler TV. Getting set for kickoff here. Brought to you by AntlerVision.live. We've had a few Deer Creek fans make the trip down here to Midwest City. So I'm assuming the rest of you all are watching what is a student-run production Antler Vision is a completely student-driven, student-ran project out of Deer Creek High School. Everything you see here, everything that you're witnessing, from the audio to the camera work to the production, everything is run by students. The Bombers, the Antlers deferred to the second half, so the Bombers will be getting the football first, deep for the Bombers, dressed in their home gold, all gold uniforms. High kickoff by Logan Ward. It's going to land on the far white side. Number 21 for the Bombers. Makes a nice move, but he's brought down by number 34. Asher Blue, 5'11" sophomore, makes a nice tackle on the kickoff. O'Shea Whiteside on the return there. Here come the Bombers, ready to play a little bit of offense first. Number 9, quarterback. Preston Colbert, 6-foot senior. He's going to take the first snap. Quick pass out to number 1, Andre Miles. He's quickly brought down by Paxton Gary, number 1, cornerback. Great play. Number 17, Mason Martin, also in on the play. Split to the right for the Bombers. Number 10, Jerome Brown, to the far side. In motion's number 23. Whiteside is gobbled up in the backfield by Dylan Beers, your leading tackler for the Antlers. Dylan Beers has 64 tackles on the year to lead the defense. He's pretty much the anchor to this defensive unit, who struggled at times, but you know, you gotta be able to score the football as well to keep the defense off the field, and that's been part of the problem this season. Is that Deer Creek's defense has played a lot more plays than their offense. Here we go, 3rd and about 7. Pass right down the middle of the field, intended for number 10, Jerome Brown. So the Antlers bow up and get a 3 and out on the first series. 4th and 7, number 11, Elliot Janish Jr. will be in punt formation. Deep for the Antlers will be number 1, Paxton Gary. Bombers shift before the snap. We're going to have a timeout by the Bombers. Makes you wonder if they had something planned there that it wasn't going to work. They called the timeout. So the Bombers take a timeout. Deer Creek's defense bowed up and got the first 3 and out on an opening drive of the season. Great job by the defense, swarming to the football. Team speed, much like it was with Lawton and with Del City, will be the primary strength of the Bombers. And it's going to be very important that the defense for the Antlers gang tackle and swarm the football. And that's what they did the first drive. Again, we don't have Dylan Diaz or Parker Johnson on defense tonight. Both are out with injuries. Suffered 2 weeks ago by Johnson and last week by Diaz. Diaz was on crutches earlier. Nice kick. Gets a little backspin, and it rolls dead about the 41-yard line, where your Deer Creek Antlers will start their offensive series. Number 6, Gavin Huska, is back. He was injured in the second half of last week's game against Del City. And it was a disaster last week with injuries happening right and left. Dylan Diaz went out in the first series, and Burright went out in the second half. And it just seemed like it was a disaster after disaster injury-wise. But they're back. They're ready to go. Huska is taking the snap. We have Lamoris Davis in the backfield joining him. We got Trips to the right. Axel Welch on the tight end to the left. Davis takes the ball, and he picks up about 2 yards on the stretch play. It'll be 2nd down 8 for your Antlers. 10 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, we'll go trips right. Number 87, Randy Childers, will be in at the slot. Gary will be in the outside slot. Huska sprints out to the right, looking for Paxton Gary, and throws it down away from him like he was expecting him to come back on a comeback route. Gary didn't. I think his receivers coach is telling him you should have made a comeback route on that one. Maybe not, but quarterback and receiver were not on the same page there. So Axel Welch lines up at the left tight end. He still has a cast on his right or left arm that covers just part of his hand. Huska's going deep, and Gary is the intended receiver, and overthrows by about 5 yards. Number 23 for the Bombers, O'Shea Whiteside, was there defending. And Whiteside will be deep for the punt as the Antlers will go 3 and out. 4th and 7 from their own 43-yard line. Almost 44-yard line. Logan Ward set to punt. Logan's had a great year kicking the football. Gets off another good kick and gets a nice bounce all the way down inside the red zone, inside the 10. And Deer Creek will down the ball on the 6-yard line. Great kick by Logan Price. Well, I'm sorry, Logan Ward. My bad. Sophomore. I don't know where Price came from, but Logan Ward's done a great job. 5'11", 200-pound kicker, sophomore. Terrific kick, got a great bounce. That's going to end up being about almost a 55-yard punt. 51-yard punt for Logan Ward, not Price. Bombers ready to take the snap. Handoff right there to number 28. It's like Tay Porterfield. Garrick Johnson on the tackle there. Reed Eden also in there on the play. Bombers have tight end to the right side. Single receiver to the right. Twins to the left. Quick slant pass across the middle, intended for number 81.
On the coverage was 17, Mason Martin.
Shane Doe, Jr., the intended receiver, couldn't quite get to it. Antler defensive coverage was pretty solid that time. That brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Again, the defense is bowing up really nice tonight, and keeping the Bombers cornered in. Little flare pass to number 36.
Pass intended for Wilson is incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Darian Royal, the intended receiver. Ball sails over his head, and again, defense comes in, stops the Bombers cold. 4th down, 7, another 3 and out. Deep is Paxton Gary, and the field position is flipped in the favor of the Antlers. Paxton standing about on the Bomber 40-yard line.
Paxton Gary standing at the Bomber 40-yard line.
Ball being snapped from about the 10, 8 or the 9-yard line. Gets the kick off. Not bad. Gary thinks about it, then lets it go and bounce, and it's going to bounce and roll sideways to about the 43-yard line. So Deer Creek's going to have excellent field position to start their second drive on the Bomber 42-yard line. Great opportunity for the Antlers to strike first. Number 15, Will Michael, will split to the left along with 87, Randy Childers. Axel Welch will be in the interior slot. Huska still in the game. Davis takes the handoff, pops it to the left side, tries to use his speed to get outside, and will pick up a couple of yards as he is run out of bounds by number 21 for the Bombers. Jeremy Smith. The Bombers, coached by Darrell Hall, are 4-2 on the season, 2-1 in district play. Bombers have maybe one of the best home records of anybody around. If you want to look at the records for a long time, they really have been good. Davis takes the ball. He got a nice gash right there on the up the middle. He bounces it out to the right side and drives those legs down all the way to the 23-yard line. First down, Deer Creek. Nice little misdirection on the run. Hits the interior, and he bounced it quickly to the right side. It was tackled after a gain of about 16 yards. First and 10, Deer Creek. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Davis to Huska's right side. He'll take the handoff again. Again, he'll bounce it to the left, but this time he's drugged down from behind, but not until he's gained about 5 yards. Number 37, Dorian Royal on the tackle, senior. Number 81, Nathan Vaughn, and 87, Randy Childers, flank out to the right side. Will Michaels out to the left. Axel Welch, the tight end, on the right side. Another interior, he bounces it to stretch it on the right side. Morris Davis will pick up another first down on about a 10-yard run. As he gets down inside the 10-yard line. Be first and goal for Deer Creek. Big boys up front are moving people because we are getting gashes of yardage, about 5 and 14. That one was with 10 yards, I believe. Sets up first and goal from the 9-yard line for your Antlers. 0-0 is our score, 7:10 to go in the first quarter. Huska sends Davis over to the left side. Will Michael split out by himself to the right. Quick pass down the middle to Axel Welch. Touchdown, Deer Creek. Great pass, great catch by the senior 6'6" tight end, Axel Welch. Terrific pass by Gavin Huska. Split the two defenders and hit Axel Welch right in the breadbasket for a touchdown. Antlers strike first. 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Logan Ward on for the extra point. We have a bad snap, and Paxton Gary will be sacked. So 6-0. Antlers strike first on a nice drive, a 43-yard drive. It began on, when our defense had flipped the field in the punting game by Logan Ward. He pinned the Bombers deep. Bombers went 3 and out, had to kick. We started that possession on the Midwest City 43-yard line and moved the football efficiently down the field with the running game, but it was a touchdown pass from Gavin Huska into the hands of number 12, Axel Welch. It's good to see him catch the football because he struggled last week with that cast. Hurt his hand or his wrist against Lawton 2 weeks ago when we made the trip down to Cameron Stadium. And again, the story of the season has been you know, a really good football team that has just been taxed with injuries, nagging injuries that would keep a key player out for 1 week. I don't think, other than the Southmore game maybe, that there's been a week where everybody has been healthy. Lots of injuries. And now we've got a couple of season-ending injuries with Dylan Diaz, who injured his knee on the first possession last week against Del City. Here comes the kick. Logan Ward gets under it. Nice high kick over to the far right side. Fielded by number 23, Whiteside. O'Shea Whiteside, who was positioned over there to the right side. It's like they knew they were going to pooch kick it over there. He was deep on the first kickoff, but he gets a great return. And much like the Antlers starting in great field position, now the Bombers are at midfield on the left hash, and they'll be starting number 9, Preston Colbert, quarterback, 6-foot senior. We'll try to see if the Bombers can't get something going here. Defenses look solid so far, 2 3-and-outs. Quick pass across the middle to number 10, Jerome Brown, who makes a nice catch, and he's still going on a slant route. He'll get down to the 32-yard line. 18-yard pickup on the quick pass on the slant. Paxton Gary on the coverage and the tackle. Took a whole host of Deer Creek Antlers to finally bring him down. Another quick pass, screen to number 10. Jerome Brown makes another nice catch, and he looks like he's close to a first down. Little slip screen on the outside. 9-yard gain, 2nd down 1. Bombers on the march, starting their drive from the 50-yard line after a deep onside pooch kick was returned about 25 yards to give them the good field position. Another swing pass. Wilson on the outside. He tries to break free, but Cameron Wilson brought down. Nice tackle, nice open field tackle. Mason Michael on the tackle there, number 17, who's filling in for Dylan Diaz. He's got experience. He played the first few games in the secondary. Jarrett Burright came in and played some secondary. A little confusion back there right now, but now they're set. 1st and 10. Quick pass. Nope, he takes it and ducks under. Number 9, quarterback Colbert thought about passing it, but he decided to tuck it and run. Picked up 2 yards there. Maybe just a yard. 2nd down 9. Bombers are getting the play from the sideline, signaled in. Jerome Brown flanked to the left. Number 1, Miles to the right. Ball's on the ground, and the Antlers got it. Ben Likes on the recovery. Mishandling of the handoff. The ball was put on the carpet down there on the artificial turf, and it bounced right into number 33, Ben Likes' hands. And the Deer Creek defense comes up big with the turnover, and it's 1st and 10. Antlers, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They lead 6-0. What a great break! Well, I tell you, if there is such a thing as something good's got to happen for this football team, it would be something good's got to happen after the rough first 6 games they've had. Injury after injury. Here they go. Here at historic Rose Field with the lead, 6-0. They just had a big turnover. 2nd down 8 as Davis picks up a couple yards. My buddy Scott Hazelwood, who's normally up here with me, he's not here with me tonight, so I feel like talking to somebody, just talking to myself, it seems like. But certainly this team deserves a good break to happen for them. Davis to the right of Huska. Huska sprints out to the right. He's in trouble, and he's sacked by number 42 for the Bombers. Tyree Jackson, senior, 5'9" senior there on the big play. Closed the gap and brought Huska down on the sprint out to the right, bringing out third and about 14. Ball on about the 18-yard line. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Antlers lead 6-0. 43-yard drive on their previous possession. Touchdown pass to Axel Welch. Huska hands it off to Davis. Davis looking for some room. He's going to pick up about 5, but it won't be enough. Oh, we're going to have a flag come in. Number 15, Will Michael, was mixing it up with one of the Bombers. A little pushing and shoving at the end of the play. We don't know who the penalty will be on. Right now it's 4th and 14. Check that they haven't moved the sticks yet. It is going to be 4th down. We're going to have dead ball, unsportsmanlike, against Deer Creek and against Midwest City, which means the 2 penalties will offset. Maybe the most ridiculous call in all of football, because no penalty takes place, even though there was a clear infraction there. So the punt team's going to hustle on. The thing about those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties is that usually it's the second guy that gets caught, not the guy that starts it. So Logan Ward back to punt. He's standing on his own 10-yard line. Good snap. Oop. Didn't quite get a hold of that one. Goes out of bounds at about, looks like it's going to be inside the 30 on the 26-yard line. That's close to where the Bombers turned it over earlier. They were moving the football down the field, started at the 50-yard line on their previous possession, was moving the football, looking good, but a mishandled handoff put the ball on the ground, and number 33, Ben Likes, came up with the turnover. Offense couldn't do anything with the momentum in the turnover, and it's back into the Bombers' hands after the very short punt. 1st and 10 on the Antler 26-yard line. Handoff to Wilson, who's able to get through the front line and get through to the second level. Number 33, Ben Likes, on the tackle. 2nd down and 2 for the Bombers as Royal comes hobbling off the field. Wide receiver. He's trying to walk it off on the sideline. Nice catch at her on the left side to Brown. Colbert makes the pass. It was a little low, and Brown made a nice catch, bobbled it just a hair. Has caught it right around his knees. Brings it up and makes the catch and works his way down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Bombers. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Twin receivers to the left into the boundary. One receiver to the right. He flopped the tight end over to the right side. Sprint out, number 23, O'Shea, Whiteside, and he is brought down. Tried to cut back on the quick pitch. He picks up a couple yards, 2nd down goal. Nice tackle by Garrick Johnson. Kobe Washington is the tight end on the right side. He's isolated by himself there. Run a quick trap play to number 23. 23, check that 23. O'Shea Whiteside on the power play. Lineman pulls, wraps up into the back side of the Deer Creek defense, and O'Shea followed that big lineman right into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-6 right now, 1:42 to go in the second quarter. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it's good. Janish's kick gives the Bombers a 1-point lead at 7-6. Again, the Bombers taking advantage of 2 drives where they had extremely good field position. The first one ended with a fumble. Antlers get the ball, can't do anything with it. And an unfortunate kick by Logan Ward set the Bombers up back in great field position on about the 27-yard line of the Antlers, and they quickly cash it in for 7 points. And that brings us to our current score at 7-6. Deer Creek huddling. 4-play, 26-yard drive for the Bombers. Deep will be Paxton Gary. And looks like number 18. Number 18, Josh Bakari, 5'10" junior. He joins Gary deep for the Antlers. Janish set to kick. Gary shifts with number 28, Jackson Jordan, thinking that Janish is going to kick a high pooch kick like Logan did a moment ago. But he drives the kickoff deep to Bakari, who drops it, picks it right back up, looking for something over there on the left side and finds nothing. Gets up to about the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Deer Creek. Check that they put the ball back at the 21-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Antlers come out with trips to the right, isolating Welch over to the left. Gary in the backfield flanks out on a little flare pass, and he'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards up to the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 6. He had big Mr. Welch out there blocking for him. But again, the Midwest City strength is clearly their speed and their ability to run left and right and run people down like that. That has always been a hallmark of these teams. They're also a very physical team up front usually as well. Bakari hands the ball to Lamoris again, and he is stopped cold at the 25-yard line. He may have gotten half a yard. Number 6 for the Bombers on the tackle, Samuel Sisson. Met him right in the hole and took him down. 3rd down, long 5. Michael splits out to the right with Paxton Gary. We got 18-17. We're probably going to let this clock run out. Well, maybe not. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Huska. And we are going to let the time expire here at the end of the first quarter. It'll be 3rd and a long 5 for the Antlers as we come back after this momentary break here at the end of the first quarter. 7-6 Bombers. This is AntlerVision.live. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Deer Creek facing a third and about 5, maybe 6 yards. Our score 7-6. Midwest City just took the lead with a touchdown drive of about 27 yards. Got the ball in great field position and cashed it in. Antler struck first on their third drive of the game, marching the ball 47 yards down the field. Huska has the ball. He tucks and runs, and there is nowhere to go. His big number 54. Elijah Manuel runs him down and sacks him for a 3-yard loss. Protection broke down quickly, and Huska tried to get to the outside. He also was banged up a little bit last week against Del City. And number 7, Ian McCall, got some snaps at quarterback. So we're going to watch Huska carefully, closely. Hopefully he is fully recovered. Logan kicks this one, and he kicks it out of bounds around again, Midwest City is going to start with great field position on the Deer Creek side of the field at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Deer Creek 46-yard line for the Bombers. So we're not doing ourselves any favors by letting the Bombers start with such a great field position. Defense has been on the field again a lot in this first half. Outside of the touchdown drive, our offense has gone 3 and out. Number 9, Preston Colbert, set to take the snap. Whiteside in the backfield with him. Quick pass out to over his head. Number 1, Andre Miles, the intended receiver. And Colbert threw it just a bit high. Second down 10. It's a no-huddle offense, but it's not a hurry-up offense for the Bombers. They check the play without huddling. Again, Miles will split to the right. Whiteside gets the handoff. Check that. That's Friday. Number 43, Kriston Friday, sophomore, 5'9", makes a nice little run down to the 40-yard line. Be 3rd and about 3 for the Bombers. They lead 7-6. Another handoff to Friday, and this time he's brought down by number 56. Nice play. Garrick Johnson, 5'8", 216-pound junior, drug him down after a gain of maybe 2 yards. 4th down and 2 yards to go. Ball on the Deer Creek 38-yard line. 7-6 Bombers. 10:25 to go in the half. Colbert still has Friday in the backfield with him. Flanked to his left. Miles splits out to the left side. Quick pass. Hits Miles. Makes the catch right at the first down. A yard beyond at the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Bombers.
Good for Hudaburg, Bombers, 1st down.
Ball placed just inside the 35-yard line. Trip by quad receivers to the left. And then the shift back. Friday in the backfield. Tackle flop. Just a whole lot of moving around, and I think we're going to have illegal procedure on the Bombers. Started out with 4 receivers over on the far left side in front of their own bench. They shifted back over to the left, and then a tackle tried to come back over to the left side. And you can't do that. You have to wait till everybody's set before you move again. So we had illegal procedure on the Bombers. 1st and 15 from just inside the 40-yard line now. 2 receivers to the right, Miles and number 14, Kobe Washington, and 2 receivers into the boundary over on the numbers. Fake to Friday. Colbert looking deep. He's got number 10 wide open. Brown makes a nice catch, and he's brought down right at the 18-yard line. Perfect ball by Colbert. He throws the strike on the shallow post to number 10, Jerome Brown, 6'1" senior. And on a quick play, we're going to have another penalty, it looks like. More illegal procedure on the Bombers. They tried to run a quick play against the defense, catch them when they're not ready. And not everybody was set when the ball was snapped, so that's 5 yards. It doesn't look like a 5-yard penalty. It looks like more like a 4.5-yard penalty. So the ball is placed on the 23-yard line. 1st and 15. Colbert snaps the ball, throws a fade route to number 10. No interference. Great. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Penalty flag came in from the back judge. Gary was guarding, Paxton Gary was guarding number 10, Jerome Brown, doing a good job, but at the last minute maybe got a little bit too physical and impeded the wide receiver from having an opportunity to catch the ball. That's called pass interference, and it'll be a first down for the Bombers. $15-yard penalty. Actually, it will be half the distance to the goal since it is a 15-yard penalty, and they're inside the 30. It's half the distance to the goal. It'll be first down again, first and about 4 yards. 1st and 4.
Still first down.
Ball on the 13-yard line. Quick pass out to the left side. Whiteside gets it. He tries to break a tackle, and he does. Gets down the left sideline. Steps out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And is that enough for a first down? It looks like maybe so. Whitehat signals timeout. We're going to spot the ball. We're going to measure it. We'll bring the chain gain in from the far side over on the Deer Creek sideline. They'll come all the way across the field to get a measurement. (7-6) our score. Midwest City looking to threaten to score again deep inside Deer Creek territory. First down. So it'll be first and goal from the 8-yard line for the Bombers. The Antlers need a big play here to turn back the Bombers. Colbert gives the ball off to number 23, Whiteside, and he rams his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 8-yard touchdown run by O'Shea Whiteside, who has been the workhorse for the Bombers. Midwest City extends their lead to 13-6 with 8:49 to go in the first half. Giannis on for the extra point. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it looks good, and it is good. So with 8:49 to go in the first half, the Bombers extend their lead to 14-6 over your Deer Creek Antlers. Deer Creek will try to regroup and get something going offensively. Offensive coordinator Jason Paul and Coach Stanley will probably be conversing about what will be the best way to attack this Bomber defense. They had a lot of luck with the running game on their one lone touchdown drive of about 47 yards. Lamorris Davis doing most of the work. climaxing with a 8-yard touchdown pass to number 12, Axel Welch. So the Bombers are going to line up, ready to kick.
Point after good. 8:49 left in the half. Bombers 14, Antlers 6.
Bombers are 2-1 in district play. Antlers are 0-3. To be fair, the Antlers have played every top team in the district so far. Starting off with Stillwater at home, then Lawton, last week Del City, and this week Midwest City. Last 3 games will be against Putnam City, Putnam West, and Choctaw. Hopefully we can end the season with a nice rally. It'd be great to get a big win here at Rose Field. Not a lot of teams can say that, for sure. Bomber magic is what they call it here, and it's creepy how real it is and how they win football games on this field. So the ball went out of bounds. That will be a penalty on the Bombers, which means Deer Creek will finally get to operate a little bit with some breathing room, starting with the ball on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Welch lines up to the right. In the backfield now is number 21, TJ Carter, sophomore, 5'7", 156 pounds. This is his first action of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Trips to the left. Huska's going to hand it off to Carter. Carter slashes up down on the left side, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on his first carry of the year. Number 21, TJ Carter. He's going to come out now. Paxton Gary's going to come in. So Gary will be in the backfield. Nice run by the sophomore. 2nd down 6. Deer Creek signaling the play in. Trips out to the right. Gary also to the right of Huska. Welch the tight end on the left side. Bombers bring a little heat. Find Gary out there all by himself, but a great tackle by number 16, it looks like, for the Bombers. Kyle Lindsay, senior, 5'9", 180-pound linebacker, makes a great play, single-handedly bringing down Gary for no gain. 3rd down and about 6. Bombers are looking to kind of running that Lawton-type defense where there's a lot of standing up and moving around, looking to shoot a gap. And we're going to have a penalty, or it looks like our right tackle jumped just a little early. It's hard to maintain your composure when your guy you're supposed to block is dancing all around in front of you. So it's a 5-yard penalty, which will bring up about 3rd down and about 11 now instead of 3rd down and 6 for the Antlers. They need something good to happen here. Had one good drive, and that resulted in a touchdown in the first quarter. Since then, it's been 3 and out, 3 and out. We'll see if something good can happen for the good guys here. Huska comes back into the huddle after conversing with the coach on the sideline. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and 11. Looks like they're going to bring heat from the outside again. Huska stands in there. Makes the pass to number 19, and it's a little high for Will Hinton, and it falls incomplete, and that brings up 4th down. So the Bomber defense has gotten our offense figured out for right now. Unable to move the football. Had a nice run on 1st down by sophomore TJ Carter. But an illegal procedure moved us back. A great open field tackle by the Bomber defense on 2nd down. So we're back here at 4th down. Logan takes the ball and again mishits it. Ball goes out of bounds at about the Midwest City 48-yard line. So the Bombers will once again start with great field position almost to midfield.
He's spotted at the Bomber 48-yard line.
Logan Ward, who has had an outstanding season kicking the football for us, has struggled on the last 2 out of the last 3 punts he's had. He hasn't hit it right. I mean, he had a 51-yard punt earlier that pinned the Bombers deep in their own territory, which set up the first score for the Antlers, but since then he's struggled. Colbert takes the ball, hands it off to Friday. Friday drives the football about a 6-yard gain.
6 on the play.
2nd down and 4.
29, Dylan Beers on the tackle.
Big Dylan Beers on the tackle again, leading tackler for the Antlers this year. Over 65 tackles to his credit. He's also seen some running back duties over the last couple of weeks, but not tonight so far. Colbert looks over to the sideline and says, "Coach, this won't work." So the coaching staff calls a timeout. 6 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the second quarter. Bombers take their second timeout of the half. They have 1 remaining. Deer Creek still has all 3 of their timeouts. So this first half so far has pretty much followed the script of the whole season. Really good moments at a time and we score. Really good moments where our defense is swarming and tackling and getting 3 and outs, and then mistakes and in unfortunate circumstances usually come back to bite us. Couple of average punts from a very good kicker has cost us 2 touchdowns so far, and hopefully it won't cost us a 3rd. Defense has been on the field a lot, like they have been all year. And you wonder when the fatigue will set in. Bombers go with a wide split out of the 2 receivers off the ball, have tight end on the right side and the left side. And they're going to hand the ball off on a sweep. Number 23, O'Shea Whiteside, just follows those big guys around the left side and gets down to the 35-yard line. Got a 9-yard run for a first down, Bombers. Again, 3 receivers will flank out to the right for the Bombers. Friday in the backfield with Colbert. 1 receiver on the left side, tight end, number 14 for the Bombers. Pull the guard for Friday, try to wrap around the end. It's the same play that they scored the touchdown on the goal line moments ago. This time it only goes for a couple of yards. Friday brought down, I believe that was number 28, Jackson Jordan, or number 29, Dylan Beers, that was there for the tackle. 2nd down, 7 for the Bombers. 3 receivers to the right again. Colbert backs out the pass. He's looking deep for his tight end, number 14, and he drops the football. He was open for just a moment. It's a great pass. Kobe Washington there.
Pass intended for Kobe Washington.
He had a step on his defender. There's a good pass. It hit him in the hands. He bobbled it and then dropped it. So that'll bring up 3rd down. 7 yards to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. 5:15 to go first half. Colbert having a nice game at quarterback, throwing the football. We have another penalty, and we're going to have a legal procedure. This one called by the umpire. Usually means either the center or one of the 2 guards flinched. So 5-yard penalty will bring up 3rd down and 12 now from the 37-yard line of Deer Creek. Jerome Brown will be isolated over on the left side. Paxton Gary guarding him. He's going to take off on a long, deep route, and he comes back on a comeback route at the 25-yard line, and it looks like he may have made enough yards for the first down. Great route by Brown. He drove Paxton Gary off the football. Just after he got past the sticks, he shut it down and came back, and Colbert put a strike right in between the numbers, the 1 and the 0 on number 10's jersey. He catches it for a first down. Whiteside again takes that left side that he's been enjoying running to over the last several carries. He picks up about 7 yards. Second down and 3 from the 16-yard line. Deer Creek needs a stop here. Trying to stay close, stay in contact with the host team. Zane Shade looking like he's getting his shoes tied. An equipment timeout for the moment. We'll have twin receivers to the left for the Bombers. Tied in and a lone flanker to the right side. In the backfield looks like Friday will join Colbert to his right. Washington tied in on the right side. Deer Creek showing blitz. Here comes Ben Likes on the stunt. He comes in. Colbert overthrows Washington over on the left out route. The right out route. Brings up third down. 3 yards to go. I think the Bombers are probably thinking they've got 2 downs to get these 3 yards. Deer Creek needs a big play here. A sack, tackle for a loss. Turnover would be fantastic right now. So here we are, third down. Scoreboard says 2 yards to go. I'm looking over at the sticks. It looks more like a 3-yard. Got an interior slot man. Friday in the backfield, directly behind Colbert. Friday takes the ball right up the middle. He gets down to about the 1 yard line, churning his legs all the way. Nice run from the 16 down to the 1. 15-yard gain for Mr. Friday. He's just a sophomore, 5'9", 180 pounds. I'll go right back to him up the middle. Great play right there by number 33, Ben Likes. Nice job. He shoots the gap and tackles Friday in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Second down goal, ball on the 3 now.
Second down goal.
Colbert comes off the field. Nope, he's checking with his coach. I thought maybe they were going to a Wildcat set, but he checks with his coach. Wilson in the backfield. Bootleg. Wide open in the back of the end zone is number 14, Kobe Washington. Kobe Washington on the touchdown catch, senior 6'4", 185. Slipped into the back of the end zone, open. And the Bombers put another 6 points on the board with 3:30 to go. We have a penalty, it looks like, on the field. Personal foul. After the touchdown was scored, we're going to have a personal foul on the Bombers. They will probably enforce that on the kickoff. Touchdown does count after the play. So Giannis will come onto the field to attempt the extra point. Bombers lead now 20-6 with the extra point pending. And what started out just like last week with the pick 6 by Paxton Gary. Antlers struck first with a nice 47-yard touchdown drive to grab a 6-0 lead early on. But since then, it's been all Bombers. 21-6 with 3:30 to go in the first half. Bombers protecting their home field. Public address announcer just said that was a 10-play, 52-yard drive. Methodical drive of running game, just moving the ball down the field, mixing in a few passes here and there, but touchdown pass from Colbert to Washington. Deer Creek will get the football to start the second half, so that's something good. We can get something quick here within the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the second quarter. So the penalty will put the Bombers back to the 25-yard line to kick off. Personal foul penalty, 15 yards, was assessed on the kickoff. So Janisch will be looking to try to drive the football as deep as he can, I'm guessing. I don't think you'd want a deep onside here and give the Antlers great field position with just 3:30 to go. Paxton Gary deep, joined by Josh Bakari. And he does drive the ball deep to Bakari, number 18. Takes the ball to the right side, finds a gash. Looks like he's got some room on the right side. Gets down to the 40, 35, down into the 30-yard line. Great return by number 18, Josh Bakari. The 5'10", 162-pound junior. A great return, and Deer Creek needs to cash this in. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Stay in contact with this Midwest City Bomber football team. Need a big play right here. Get in the end zone before halftime. Be a huge pickup if we can do that. Lamoris Davis back in the backfield. He's joined with Gavin Huska. Ben Likes is running at a slot, interior slot, like a fullback. He's going to be a lead blocker here for Davis. Davis cuts back to his right. And he's going to get to about the 20, just short of the 25-yard line, it looks like. Be second down and a long, maybe 6 yards to go. Depends on where they spot the ball. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Second down, just a little bit under 6 yards to go on the just inside the 26-yard line of Midwest City. Bombers lead 21-6, coming to the end of the first half. Nathan Vaughn split out to the right. Welch is over on the left, joined by Will Michael also. Handoff to Davis again, and he stumbles and falls right about the 25-yard line. No real gain on the play, maybe half a yard. Will bring up 3rd and 5 for Deer Creek, who really need something good to happen for them right here. Paxton Gary comes in for Likes. Randy Childers also comes in. He's coming in for Nathan Vaughn, 6'4" senior, who is split out to the right. Now Michael is split out to the right. Axel Welch is the third receiver inside over on the left side. I'm sure that's somebody they're going to be looking to. Clock is running down to 1:45, and Coach Stanley's going to call a timeout. Big play right here, 3rd and a long 5 or maybe a short 6 to go. Coach Stanley wants to make sure we get this one right. So 3rd and 6. for the Antlers. 1:44 to go. Another action in 6A2. We'll hold off on that for just a moment while Deer Creek prepares for their third down play. Still have Axel Welch, the third receiver, inside on the left side. I'm sure they're looking for him, but they hand it off to Lamoris Davis, who drives up past the first down marker. He's going to get it. Late hit in there, too. No call, though. Come on, ref. 1st and 10 for the Antlers, just inside the 20-yard line. Lawton leads Stillwater 7-6 in the second quarter. Whoever wins that game will have some leverage as to who wins the district. Davis is to the right. He gets the handoff, makes a nice cut to the left, and then back into the right. He gets maybe a yard or two. Coming up on just a minute to go in the first half. Coach Stanley is managing the time, trying to get close. Del City leads Putnam City 28-0. Putnam West trails Choctaw 35-7. In the, check that, that's a final, 35-7. Choctaw defeated Putnam West. Huska's going to throw the screen to Davis. Oh, and Midwest City sniffed that one out nice. Number 16 on the play, Kyle Lindsay. We have a timeout called by Deer Creek. It's going to be 3rd and about 12 or 13 yards for your Antlers. Again, Del City up in district play. Del City up over Putnam City, 28-0 in the first quarter. We saw just how talented and good Del City was last week. Stillwater and Lawton are in a dogfight. 7-6 Lawton in the second quarter. In 6A Division I play, Jinx leads Edmond Memorial 6-0 in the second quarter. Norman leads Enid 21-14 at half. Mustang leads Edmond North 31-0 at half. Southmore trails Owasso 10-6 second quarter. Broken Arrow, top-ranked team in 6A Division I, leads Edmond Santa Fe, both undefeated. But Broken Arrow right now leads 21-0 at half. Yukon and Westmore are all knotted up at 14 in the second quarter. Putnam City North is off to a great start this year. 6th-ranked Panthers lead. Actually, they defeated Norman North 44-14 in the final. Union also defeated Moore 55-12 last night. Here we go. 3rd down and 13. Huska 3-step drops, throwing deep, looking for Paxton Gary, and he throws a pick. He picks it off at about the 1-yard line, and he may score. He's going to take it to the house. 99-yard interception return for the Bombers. It's number 17, Christopher Youngblood. Senior, 6 foot, 185. Huska kind of threw it up for grabs. He's looking for Paxton Gary. 3 Bombers defenders were around him. It was kind of an easy play for Youngblood as he picks it, and he had an escort all the way down the field, down the right side for the 99-yard touch to interception return for the Bombers. And that one definitely stings. Janish is in to kick the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up. And it looks like he got it. So with 26 seconds to go in the first half, the Bombers extend their lead over your Antlers, 28-6 after the 99-yard pick six.
Bomber scoring play with a 98-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Ah, the PA guy's going to give him a 98-yard. He was standing on the goal line when he picked it. 99 is what I'm saying, but does it really matter? The guy went the whole way. That's a tough, tough break for the Antlers, as they were looking to at least get 3 points. So the Bombers teeing it up, getting ready to kick off, leading 28-6 now. At one point, the Antlers led the Bombers 6-0 for a terrific drive to open the scoring. But since then, it has been all Midwest City. Anish kicks it deep. Gary takes the ball on about the 15-yard line, and he is going to be stuffed at the 25-yard line. So with less than 20 seconds to go in the first half, the Antlers are going to start their series here on about the 25-yard line. Bethany leads Cushing 22-7 at the second quarter. Piedmont leads Guyman 43-0 at halftime. Looks like our boys are going to just take a knee and go into halftime. Try to regroup. Try to find that that groove that they had in the first quarter when they moved the football down for the touchdown. Right now, we are on our heels as the Bombers have lived up to their reputation on this field, and they lead 28-6 at halftime. We're going to take a short break here. AntlerVision.live. We'll be back for second half action in just a few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bomber Band will be performing their entire contest show entitled Phantasm. Soloists will be Travis Courier on mellophone, Jalen Vincent on the trumpet, Raynova Shelton, baritone, Reagan Briggs, sousaphone, and Tete Foley on the piccolo. Bomber Band directors are John Davis, Mark Hensley, Bill Magsley, Angie Stevens, Carolyn Osvath, and Ann Archer. Our color guard instructor, Ms. Floyd Hatcher, is our drumline instructor. Drum majors are Roland Little, Elijah Golson, and Ashley Peak. Ladies and gentlemen, our Bomber Marching Band.
We're back here at Rose Field after a nice halftime performance by the Midwest City Band here on their homecoming night. And the home team is not disappointing the fans. They lead your Deer Creek Antlers 28-6, strengthened by 4 straight touchdowns that, none of the offensive drives were more than 50 yards. They were all within the territory of Deer Creek inside the 50-yard line. But then the backbreaker was the 98-yard interception return for a touchdown just before halftime. Deer Creek was threatening to score, and just like this season has gone, another bad thing happened, and it turned out to be 6 points for the other team. So here we are, 2 minutes to go before the end of the first half, and Deer Creek still hasn't come back out on the field, and I'm sure they're trying to regroup and find a way to get something positive going, not only for this game but for this season. If you've been following this team all year long, you know they have just had injury after injury after injury to key people, and but it's not just that. It's just unfortunate play here and a bad timing there, and it just always seems to add up to points for the other team. And there's no question also that the Antlers have probably played one of the toughest schedules in all of 6A football, Division I or Division II, having played Southmore, Edmond Memorial, Norman in pre-district play. But then they played pretty much the top 4 teams in this district, facing Stillwater, Lawton, Del City, and now Midwest City. And they're just a few plays away from really getting up and competing with these big boys. Our kids are not laying down, that's for sure. They're fighting every play, and it's a testament to the coaching staff. Coach Stanley has done a great job of getting these kids ready every week to go out and compete and play. Key leadership players have been lost. Dylan Diaz was lost last week to a knee injury. Jarrett Burright, I don't know why I call him Jake, but it's Jarrett Burright, injured last week as well, but he played with the injury. This week he is in street clothes. He's not suited out at all. Parker Johnson, who had concussion symptoms, I believe it was, last week, is also out of uniform. Other players, number 51, Sam Pipkin, senior, 6'1", 201 pounds. He's not playing. And number 79, offensive lineman Aaron Corbin, is also not playing. So those are several key players, and even the ones that are playing are dinged up pretty good. Lamoris Davis still has not looked as good as he has in the first few games before he injured his ankle against the Bulldogs of Evan Memorial. And so we're going to look to see if we can't get some regrouping going here in the second half, get some positive things going, and see if we can't turn around these last 3.5 games to go. Next week we will be home, and we will be facing the Putnam City Pirates. Pirates were, at the last check, on the wrong end of a 34-0 beating by, I believe it was Del City. Let me double check this score here. 6A Division II. Now the Pirates are at Del City, and they are down in the second quarter, 34-0. That's who the Antlers will face next week at home, 7 o'clock next week. Following week, we'll travel to Putnam City Stadium to take on the Putnam West Patriots at 7 o'clock, and then we will end up the year at home, senior night, against the Choctaw Yellow Jackets. So clearly the 3 games that I believe our guys will probably be favored to win, and hopefully we can end on a 3-game winning streak if we don't get that winning streak started with a great rally here at Rose Field. Choctaw defeated Putnam West last night in district play, 35-7. Stillwater and Lawton are in a dogfight down in Lawton. Pioneers lead the Wolverines 9-7 in the third quarter. Of course, in tonight's action, Midwest City is staying somewhat relevant in district play, trying to compete for the district crown. They lead your Deer Creek Antlers 28-6. 6A Division I play as the Antlers take to the sidelines getting ready for the kickoff. Edmond North trails Mustang 38-0 in the third quarter. Yukon and Westmore tied up 14-all in the third quarter. Jinx leads Edmond Memorial 21-0 at halftime. Wausau leads Southmore 10-6 at halftime. Norman leads Enid 21-14 halftime. Top-ranked Broken Arrow taking on Edmond Santa Fe at Santa Fe in a battle of top 5 teams. 21-0 Broken Arrow right now at halftime. Putnam North last night demolished Norman North 44-14. And Tulsa Union also whipped up on Moore 55-12 in last night's high school action. So here we go, getting ready for the second half. Deer Creek will be receiving the ball. And hopefully we can get off and get something good to happen here in the initial drive here in the third quarter. Homecoming tonight here at Midwest City. The Bombers are in their all gold home uniforms, black helmets, Deer Creek, white jersey, black pants, and the traditional blue helmet. Deer Creek struck first in the first quarter on a 47-yard drive, topped with a touchdown pass from Gavin Huska to Axel Welch for about, I think it was an 8-yard touchdown pass. Beautiful pass, split the defenders and hit Welch right in the hands for the touchdown. But since then, it has been nothing but Bomber magic, and they have run the football up and down the field. Of course, they've been doing it on a short field. They haven't had to go very far for their touchdowns, and then the 98-yard pick six just before halftime has really put your Antlers behind the 8 ball here. Here we go to start the third quarter. Number 11, Yanish, set to kick. Deep is Paxton Gary and number 18, Josh Bakari. And here we go. It's going to go to Gary at about the 13-yard line. He's looking for a gap, and he finds one. He breaks a tackle. He gets out past the 35-yard line, brought down by number 33, Daniel Smith for the Bombers. Good return by number 1, Paxton Gary, senior. 5'9", 157-pound senior. He was out for a week a few games ago, and his absence was definitely felt. But he's been back the last couple of weeks, 100% healthy now. Huska in the backfield. He is flanked to the left side by sophomore 21, TJ Carter. And he takes the football, makes a nice run. His second carry, not of just the game, but of the season for him. And he gets another nice chunk of yards, almost 6 yards on the carry. Second down and about 4. Number 21, TJ Carter, getting his first action of the season at running back for the Antlers. 81, Nathan Vaughn, split to the left. Tight end Axel Welch is on the right. He's flanked by 2 wide receivers. Another handoff to Carter. He slips through, picks up almost enough for a first down. He's going to be about a yard short, pick up of about 3.5 yards. Bring up third down and short for the Antlers, who are going with sophomore TJ Carter in the backfield. Morris Davis. Don't see him on the sideline right now. Don't know if he's re-injured his ankle possibly, but TJ Carter getting the snaps here to start the second half. Welch shifts over to the right side. Carter gets the ball, and I don't think he made it. He gets just past the 45-yard line, and it's going to be fourth down and about a yard for the Antlers as Carter was tripped up in the backfield and stumbled across the 45-yard line Coach Stanley is electing to punt the football. So after a couple of nice runs by Carter, he can't quite get the first down on 3rd and short. 4th down, and Logan Ward set to kick. Takes the snap, hesitates, and he gets a pretty good punt off this time. Gonna bounce at about the 25. Gets inside the 20-yard line.
Ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line.
Kicks it down to about the 17-yard line. 43-yard kick for Logan. That's more like him. Booming the ball down the field and getting a nice roll. 1st and 10. It looks like it's just short of the 18-yard line. So Bombers will come out for their first possession of the second half. Again, the defense is missing Parker Johnson, second leading tackler for the team. He's been out with what I've heard is concussion-related protocols. Hasn't passed the concussion test. He's been replaced quite well by Zane Shades, number 20. He's done a good job. Deep out route from Colbert to number 1, Andre Miles. He's knocked out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Pickup of about 5. I believe we have a penalty on the play. Call from the referee. Illegal man down the field. So that'll take it back to the line of scrimmage. Count off 5 yards. Check that, 10 yards. Actually half the distance to the goal. 9-yard penalty since we're on the 18-yard line. So 1st and 18 it looks like. Maybe 19. Colbert looks for the same play, out route. It's time number 36. He fumbles the ball. Deer Creek has it. Fumble on the play, and the referee signals Deer Creek football. Darian Royal made the catch and just dropped the football, and 3 Deer Creek Antlers. Looks like Zane Shades was there to make the recovery, number 20. Huge break right there for the Antlers. Let's see if we can cash it in for some points and get back in this thing. Simple out route completed to number 36, Darian Ward. 3 Deer Creek defenders surrounded him. He drops the football on the ground, and we were there for the quick pickup. Out route to sprint out right by Huska, looking for number 1, Paxton Gary. Misfires, and it's 2nd down 10. Ball on the 16-yard line of the Bombers. Got to cash this one in, get back in this game. A big series. TJ Carter still in the game at running back. We haven't seen Lamorris Davis back for quite a while. He's still battling that ankle injury he got back in the Edmond Memorial game. Axel Welch lines up to the right at tight end. He's flanked by 2 wide receivers. Carter's to the left of Huska. He's going to get the football. He's going to make a nice run up through the middle. He'll get down to about the 10-yard line. Pickup of about 6. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Well, he landed on the 10-yard line, but the referee's going to spot him on the 11-yard line, so that's going to be about a 5-yard gain instead of the 6-yard gain. His knee must have touched before he crossed the 10-yard line. 3rd and 5. Big play for the Antlers right here. Carter again tries the right side. He picks up nothing. That'll bring up 4th down.
Nice tackle, number 98, Caleb.
4th and about 5.5, and I think we're going to go for it here. Looks like we're going to get maybe a timeout here. Nope. Coach Stanley is going down. Yep, we're going to get a timeout here. 4th and 5, and Coach Stanley wants to talk it over. So the offense is going to go huddle around Coach Stanley, and Coach Paul will be discussing what they need to do here.
Complimentary consultation, call 732-1766 today and experience the power of physical therapy.
28-6, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Antlers recovered a Bomber fumble deep in their own territory. Set us up really nice for a possible score. We're facing 4th down and about 5.5 yards to get the first down. Coach Stanley knows that field goal is not going to do us any good. Need to get 6 points on the board here. So we called a timeout. We're discussing it right now. We're going to see what we get. Again, one of the storylines here to start the second half is TJ Carter in the backfield. Sophomore, hasn't seen any action this year on varsity. 5'7", 156 pounds. He's been looking pretty good, getting nice chunks of yards here and there. He's out right now, and Paxton Gary is in for him. Axel Welch to the right. Number 82, Ryan Fitzpatrick to the left, and a 2 tight end set. Gary in motion right there. Quick out route to him. He's going to turn up the field and try to get the first down. It doesn't look like he's going to get it. Tried to get a quick out route and get turned up field, but he's not going to quite get there. He's going to be a yard short, so the Bombers are going to hold and get the ball back on a turnover on downs. That's twice the Antlers have threatened and have come up with nothing. Last time they marched the football down the field and suffered the 98-yard pick six to close the first half. Get a huge turnover here to start the second half and can't punch it in. So the opportunities have been there to get back in this game. We just got to cash them in. Colbert in the backfield. Friday, who has had a nice game tonight, big physical running back. He takes it over the left side, picks up about 8 yards, second down 2.
Tackle by number 44 is Xander Crawford. Gain of 8 on the play, second down 2.
Second down 2. Friday again, right up the middle. He's going to get the first down, get out to about the 20-yard line. Midwest City is playing with 2 tight ends lined up, maximum line, single receivers to the right and to the left, and they are just right now just running right at Deer Creek. Colbert looking downfield, has all the time in the world. He's going to go deep. And great play and a pickoff by number 4, Angelo Clark, 5'9" junior. Covered number 36, Royal, like a blanket and made the pick on a deep pass. Deer Creek gets another turnover, and they will take over 1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. What a play by Angelo Clark. First and 10. Nice run for about 5 or 6 yards there. Morris Davis back in the game. After TJ Carter had the first 2 series, now Davis is back in. He picks up 5 yards. penalty on top of the run by Davis. Brings it
Penalty on the Bomber.
second down and less than a yard.
The ball to the Bomber 48-yard line.
Looking like we're in Bomber territory now, 48-yard line of Bomber territory. We're going to have two receivers to the left, one to the right. Welch lines up to the left, a tight end. And Morris is to Huska's right. Take a fake, going to throw it down the middle to Big Axel, and he's got some room to run. Big guy's running down to the 10, inside the 10, almost to the 5-yard line. Nice play. Axel Welch, 6'6" senior, leading receiver for the Antlers. Caught the touchdown pass earlier tonight. Great pass, great play. Antler first down, first and goal at the 8-yard line. Here we go, boys. Let's get this in the end zone now. Again, Welch lines up to the left, flanked by two receivers on his left. Davis to Huska's right. He's going to get the handoff, and he's going to work his way inside the 5, maybe just to the 5. Referee looks like he's spotting it right at the 5-yard line. Pick up a 3, second and goal from the 5-yard line.
Tackle by number 76, Jaden.
Tell you, these Bomber defenders, they stop you in your tracks. You do not fall forward very often against these guys. Very physical up front. Jason Warren leads the way, senior, 6'4", 327 pounds at nose guard. I know we've got some big boys up front too. Losing Corbin last week, one of our big guys at line. And the offensive line hurts. Nice play by Davis again. Works his way down inside the 5 to about the 3. Third and goal from the 3-yard line.
Davis, the ball carrier, down to the 3-yard line. Initial hit, 45, Randy.
Elijah Manuel's another big guy down there playing tackle, senior. No physical stats on him and how big, but he's as big as number 76, Warren, who is the 327-pound guy. So they've got a lot of meat up front, a lot of beef, big wall, big challenge for our guys. Huska takes the ball. He's under pressure, and he's going to fall down, trying to scramble out to the left side. Lost back to the 12-yard line. So Coach Stanley's going to take the points now. Our last 3 drives, we have threatened to score, and it's still yet to remain if we get these points, but we need these points right now.
Ward to attempt a 30-yard field goal.
Ball is going to be snapped. It's going to be a 30-yard field goal. Ball's up, and it is good. Logan Ward kicks his longest field goal of the season, a 30-yarder, to put the Antlers back up on the board. Scores 28-9 with 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the third quarter. And you got to kind of look at it. The last 3 drives by the Antlers, we have gotten inside the 20-yard line against the Bombers. Again, I hate to bring it up again, but that 98-yard pick 6 hurts tremendously. Turning the ball over on downs on the last possession when we were inside the 20, and now not being able to punch it in, but at least we came away with 3 points here. Cut the lead down to 19 at 28-9. Defense has been very opportunistic here in the second half. 2 turnovers on 2 Midwest City drives. Logan Ward set to kick off. Here he goes. He's going to kick it deep. Number 10 for the Bombers fields it. Jerome Brown. He's going to look to the right side, cuts back inside, and we're all over him,
Flag comes in.
dragging him down at the 15-yard line, but we have a penalty, look like a clip.
Will Michael on the tackle.
So that'll push the Bombers back even further, and again, we're going to be in great position to do something good defensively if the penalty is against the Bombers. Haven't seen any signal yet. Got a block in the back against the Bombers. That's what I thought. I thought I saw that. So marking off from the spot of the foul goes about half the distance to the goal. So Midwest City will begin their third possession of the half on their own 10-yard line. That's where they've been the last two possessions, deep in their own territory. And Deer Creek has turned both those possessions into turnovers. Fumble recovery by Zane Shades and the pickoff by Angelo Clark. Big Friday takes the ball and drags a couple of Antlers at least 10 yards. Looks like he's got the first down.
Over the 20-yard line. Tackle by Jackson Jordan. 11-yard gain and a Hudiburg Bomber.
Kristen Friday, just a sophomore, 5'9", 180 pounds. He's had a good night against the Antlers. Between him and number 23, O'Shea Whiteside, the Bombers have put together a nice little running game. Overload over on the left side. Whiteside gets the football. He reverses his field, goes back to the right. We're going to have another penalty. Looks like a hold this time against
Whiteside, the ball carrier, out to the
Bombers.
26-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
So Midwest City playing some sloppy football right now, turning the football over, penalties, and we'll take that all day long and then some. Holding against the Bombers, which will push them back. Spot of the foul was back in the backfield at the 16-yard line. That'll push him back to the 8-yard line. First and about 22 yards. Bombers are back inside their 10-yard line. It's where they started this drive, on the 10-yard line. Got a first down, but quickly gone backwards with the penalty. Colbert looks down the field, throws a strike right into the hands of number 10, Jerome Brown. What a pass. I mean, he threw that like a bullet. Hit him right in the hands. It picks up 24 of the 22 yards he needed for the first down. First and 10, Bombers. What a pass by Colbert, and under no pressure whatsoever, no pressure from the rush. He threw a strike down the field to Brown. It's right in the middle of the field. Oh, another little slip screen on the outside to number 1, Miles. Andre Miles, another sophomore for the Bombers. Makes a nice catch. Picks up maybe 7 yards. Brown splits out wide to the left. Miles wide to the right, 2 tight ends. Single running back right behind Colbert. It's Friday again. Check that, that's Whiteside. He's gonna pick up a first down as he gets past the 45-yard line. Looks like he's about to the 46-yard line. Another Bomber first down. It looks like the Bomber offense is back to restore order, as they are controlling the line of scrimmage and moving the ball up and down the field, despite two penalties. Actually, despite starting deep in their own territory and a holding penalty, they've been able to overcome both of those situations. They're up to the 46-yard line, moving the football on the ground. Made a nice pass to Brown a moment ago as well. Colbert hands it off to Whiteside again. And the Antlers, 4 Antlers will turn him back after a pickup of about 5 yards, maybe 6. I mean, that's kind of the difference in the game right now. Midwest City runners are moving forward and falling forward. And our runners, when we're making yards, but boy, when we get hit, we are stopped in our tracks. Nice cool night here in Midwest City. No wind to speak of. Until they open the door in this press box, and then it gets really chilly, doesn't it, guys? They're all shaking their heads, so. And the director is not, so getting no support up here. I'm being scolded. So I'm going to go back to the football game. Illegal procedure against the Bombers. They're going to go back 5 yards. This has been a tough drive for them. They've had penalties and big plays. Can't seem to get in a groove. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Second down and 9. Less than 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Trying to put some pressure on Colbert. We finally get to him. And it won't be a sack, but we do bring him down for just a gain of 1. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter. Defense will be facing a 3rd down and 8 when we come back. Fourth quarter here in Bomberland. Midwest City here on homecoming lead the Antlers 28-9. The Antlers had 2 nice opportunities to put some points on the board. Got turned away the first time on a turnover on downs, and then kicked the field goal, a 30-yard field goal by Logan Ward. So it was just a 3-0 quarter, and we cut the lead down to 28-9. Midwest City has had the ball since then. They started with the football on the 10-yard line after a penalty put them deep in their own territory, and they've managed to make it out to just about midfield. They're at their own 46-yard line, but they're facing a 3rd down and 9 yards to go as we open the fourth quarter. Again, sophomore TJ Carter has been getting some snaps at running back, spelling Lamoris Davis. We have not seen Dylan Beers at running back tonight. He has been exclusively on the defensive side of the football. Haven't really called his name a lot on defense. He's our leading tackler with over 60 tackles. Big thing tonight about the defense is we've gotten 3 turnovers. 2 fumble recoveries and an interception, but we haven't converted any of them into points. So here we go, 3rd down 9. Colbert take the snap with 3 receivers down the field. A quick screen to number 86. Wesley Dedman lines up as a tight end. He's going to be just short of the 1st down. They ran a nice little slip screen to him. Midwest City will go for it, it looks like. Less than a yard to go. If we get something big happen here, turn him back, we'd be in pretty good field position again to maybe make something happen. Myers goes in motion. Hand off to Friday, and he's got all sorts of room over on the left side, and he's going to pick up about 14 yards. Easily gets the 1st down. Bombers move the chain as they continue to hog the ball here in the second half. 11 minutes to go in the game. Midwest City has had the football. for most of the end of the third quarter and now into the fourth quarter. This drive started on the 10-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Colbert gets the snap. Going deep. Down the field, wide open again is number 14. Kobe Washington's going to get his second touchdown of the night. The 6'4" senior ran a little corner route. Perfect pass by Colbert. And he had 2 steps on his defender, and it was all over but the shouting once he caught the ball. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Midwest City. 10:42 to go in the game. It's a 90-yard drive for the Bombers, overcoming 3 penalties to get the score. Jonas Shin on for the extra point. Ball's down, kicks up. Looks good. It is good. 10:42 to go in the third quarter. Bombers now up 35-9 here at homecoming at Rose Field. And I'm sure the ghosts of Bombers past are very happy to see their Bombers continue to roll here at home. Been in coaching for over 25 years, and it's just awful hard to remember any time where the Bombers have not won at home. I know there have been some times, but they have maybe one of the best home field advantages of any school I can remember. It's just hard to win here. As our Deer Creek guys are finding out. The only problem I have with tonight is the Bombers need to be in their black jerseys, black pants. That was always cool, seeing those guys out there with the golden shoes, but the all black uniform, or maybe the black jerseys with the gold pants. That looked good. I'm not a big fan of the all gold uniforms. I'm just saying. This is Fashion 101, that's right. And it's hard to see their numbers, too, with these all gold uniforms. So that's another thing. So Giannis is set to kick it off. 35-9, Bombers lead here on homecoming. He's going to pooch it up deep onside to Paxton Gary, who's over on the right side. He's going to look to dodge somebody, and good tackle right there by number 21 for the Bombers. Jeremy Smith, and number 46. Well, Jalen Jackson also on the tackle. So here we go. We'll get the football on the 25-yard line. It's the first time we have had the football in our own territory here in the second half. Huska back in, and Lamoris Davis in the backfield. Axel Welch lined up on the left side at tight end. And looks like one of our linemen came up out of his stance a little early. Sophomore lineman, eager to get out on the edge and lead around the corner on a pull play. Left a little bit early. I think he might be Mr. Corbin's replacement. I'm not sure, but we do know Aaron Corbin is injured and not playing tonight. Big 6'2", 265-pound lineman. Was hurt last week towards the end of the game. Had ice bag on his knees. I'm not sure if it was how serious the injury was, but he is not playing tonight. So 1st and 15, ball goes to Davis, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Big number 54, Elijah Manuel, making the play, senior. He is also as big as Jaden Warren, the 6'4", 327-pound lineman. There's just some big guys up there for the Midwest City, and Warren jumps off sides. So we'll get that 5-yard penalty back. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Offsides, Midwest City.
for the Antlers. 10 minutes to go in the game. Welch lined up into the boundary on the left side, flanked by number 81, Nathan Vaughn. Twin receivers to the left side. Huska comes out, looks at the sideline, looking for the check with me. Calls out the play to the lineman, and we're going to have delay of game. Too much time. Didn't get the ball snapped, and so there goes the 5 yards back again. So we're going to go back to 2nd and 15.
Midwest City Athletics would like to thank our gold level partners, Revolution Cryo.
So now it's Midwest City's turn to pick up a 5-yard penalty so we can get it back.
Beth Atkinson with Metro Group Brokers and Whataburger. We sincerely appreciate their generosity.
So Midwest City corners line up tight on the outside receivers, then back off just before the snap. Davis picks up maybe a yard, maybe 2, to bring up 3rd down and about 13 yards to go. Ball sitting on the 22-yard line of Deer Creek. Vaughn, number 81, will line up now to the left side where we have trip receivers. Welch will be over by himself on the right side. Davis flanks Huska on his left. Look to go to Welch here probably. Nope, he blocks down, and big number 54, Elijah Manuel, is right there almost the second Davis gets the football and is tackled for a loss. And it'll be 4th down and about 18 to go. 4th and 18, and Logan is back out to punt the football again. Deep for the Bombers is O'Shea Whiteside, who's handled all of the special teams tonight. Deep special teams, both on kickoff and punting. Logan gets this kickoff and kicks it way out of bounds, almost hits the stands, goes over almost in the outside lanes of the track, and it's going to be about, it's another one of those, oops, about a 20-yard punt. It'll be spotted at the 37-yard line of Deer Creek, so our backs are against the wall again. Special teams have not been kind to us tonight. Missed the extra point. I've had 3 or 4 subpar punts out of Logan, who is normally just an outstanding punter. I don't know if there was the scouting report was to kick it away from Whiteside, but we have certainly kicked them out of bounds a lot tonight. And so our defense starts on the wrong side of the 50 with 8 minutes to go in the game. Got a new quarterback in for the Bombers, number 13. Xavier Jackson is a sophomore. He's now taking the snaps as Coach Darrell Hall begins to empty the bench a little bit. Number 24, Omari John, made the, he's getting a little help from the referee about snap there, so we'll get back in. Here we go. 46 also in the backfield for the Bombers. Jalen Jackson. .24 John on the carry, picks up a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6.5, maybe 7 yards.
Johnson, number 56, on the tackle.
It looks like about 6 yards. Check that, 3rd and 7. Less than 7 minutes to go in the game. Bombers in control and will go to 3-1 in district play. It looks like. Amari John again tiptoes his way over on the left side and finds his way down to just short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about 1.5 yards. Angelo Clark on the tackle. Fourth down, about 1.5 yards. Bombers deep inside the Deer Creek's territory, and John just with a big, huge escort of 2 big linemen who push him down the field once he got hit. Easily picks up the first down. Dylan Beers there trying to bring him down. The big number 63, Samonte Scott Borlabi. There's a mouthful, but yeah, he was a big old boy. He was helping John down the field, pushing him the whole way. Good enough for a first down for the Bombers. Inside the 25-yard line of Deer Creek. Hand off to John again. This time he's brought down by number 20 for the Antlers. Zane Shades stunts from the outside and makes a great play in the backfield. Looked like he might have been tackled for a loss, but he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage and may have even picked up 0.5 yard. 2nd down and just inside of 10 yards to go. 5 minutes to go in the game. Paxton Gary checks out. Number 18, Josh Bakari, comes in at corner. Another tough game for the Antlers. Again, scoring first, only to see Midwest City bounce back and score 3 straight touchdowns on offense and then get the back-breaking 98-yard pick 6 just before halftime. Really, really turned the tide of the game.
Number 28, Jackson Jordan.
But next week we'll be back at home and we'll be taking on the Putnam City Pirates, a team that has struggled mightily this year. Haven't won a game yet. So we'll be at home, take on the Pirates, see if we can't get our first district win next Thursday night at Deer Creek Stadium, home of the Antlers. We will be playing Putnam City. John takes the snap, and he again is brought down by Zane Shades, who stunts in from the outside and gets to the running back before he even gets to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down for the Bombers. 4th and about 6. Maybe 7. Midwest City in no big hurry, trying to milk the clock down, get this game over with. Looks like Midwest City's entire second team offense is out there now. 3:15 to go, 4th down, 7. Quick pass to number 18. Check that. Yeah, number 18. Jalen Andrews, sophomore, makes the catch, but I don't think he got enough for the first down, so it'll be 1st down Deer Creek on their own 15-yard line. Turnover on downs, Deer Creek football, 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. I tell you, you got to give a ton of credit to Coach Stanley and his coaching staff and how they have handled these guys through all of the unfortunate circumstances they've had to play through all year long. Just injury after injury after injury, and they've still managed to get these guys ready every week. They've always had a great game plan, and just circumstances have just never really gone their way much all year long. We thought last week maybe things would be different when we get the pick 6 at the very start of the game. Paxton Gary goes into the end zone to get a 7-0 lead over Dell City, but things fell apart right after that with several injuries to key players. Tonight, we scored first, up 6-0. And again, we've had our opportunities, but one or two plays here or there, and tonight it was the 98-yard pick six. That was really the backbreaker. 21, T.J. Carter running the football. He was going to get up to 24-yard line, just a yard short of the first down. A 3rd down and 1. So T.J. Carter getting some snaps for the first time this year, sophomore. He's had some pretty good success, getting 3, 4, 5 yards each time he's touched the football. Gets it again, gets across the 25-yard line for the first down. Picks up almost 5 yards there, another 5-yard. 1st and 10, Deer Creek. Players that have had a big game tonight, number 12, the big fella, Axel Welch, senior, 6'6", 231-pound tight end, caught a touchdown pass at the start of the game and had a big catch earlier in the 3rd quarter to get us in field position to score.
Carter, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 52, Keith Moore.
2nd and 5 for the Antlers. Again, next week's game is Thursday night. Thursday night, 7 o'clock at home. We will take on the Putnam City Pirates. Carter again gets across the first down marker, gets past the 40-yard line. Less than a minute to go. First down, Deer Creek.
Tackle made by number 52, senior Keith Moore.
First and 10. Huska hands the ball off to Carter again. And he is wrapped up in the backfield, loses a yard, almost broke the tackle, and got away from him, but was brought down just short of the original line of scrimmage. With less than 30 seconds to go, I don't know if we'll take another snap. Less than 25 seconds to go. This might be it. Maybe the last play. Yeah, we're going to snap the ball, give the ball to Carter again, and this will be it. Bombers wrap him up for no gain, and that'll do it, you guys. That's the end of the game. Bombers win on homecoming here at Rose Field. Again, the Bomber magic continues to mystify people. 35-9, Midwest City defeats your Deer Creek Antlers. Next week, Thursday night football at Deer Creek High School, Antler Stadium. Your Antlers will take on the Putnam City Pirates. 7 o'clock next Thursday night. We look forward to seeing you there. And for AntlerVision.live, this is Rick Harris commentating for Antler football. We'll see you next week. Midwest City 35, Deer Creek 9. Good night.